live.
I see something saying live.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you hear us?
Look at that. Yes, like a Greg.
Yes, we can.
There's me. Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
It's a good start.
Yay.
Good start. Let me pull up Twitch on my phone.
Twitch, watch me Twitch.
Watch me Twitch. Watch me podcast.
Wasn't that the Nicole recording they had for the
Twitch.
longest time?
Yes.
No. those are quite
I'm
late,
sure I have it somewhere. I could probably dig that up. That angered her a lot, though, so it made me a little frightened to use it.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Mr. Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
Bro.
Stupid technology. All right, can you start talking again?
Sure.
Sure.
You can
There
start
we go.
You
talking
never
all the
shut
time.
up. I mean,
There we go. For some reason,
what we're here for.
my phone took control
Okay.
of my Bluetooth of my headphones, and so I was hearing Twitch and not you. So I had to tell my phone to stop to go away.
Stop doing
Yeah.
that. Oh.
All
My
right.
car does that, and what really irritates me is my car does not want to listen. So because I have my car didn't have like the built-in wireless Bluetooth technology.
All right.
So it was meant to be hardwired to go into its thing, but I bought a little adapter.
Mm-hmm.
But that adapter never shuts off.
Mm.
So even when the car is off, if I'm in the near proximity of my car, it tries to switch over to the Bluetooth.
That is annoying.
Drives me nuts.
That is annoying. All right. Well, shall we?
We shall.
We must.
Let's do this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 899, the Paywall episode. What? We'll get into that in a little bit. August 9th, 2026 is the date. It's Sunday. It's 12 p.m. on the West Coast, 3 p.m. in the East Coast. And if you happen to be stuck in, well, the UK, it's 8 p.m. your time. Also, 2 p.m. Central. You're welcome, Kim.
I appreciate
We
it.
are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We do this every Sunday. So come hang out, be live in the chat, or you can watch it, or you could watch it on replay because we will have the recordings up on Twitch, on YouTube. But also, you certainly can listen to it via audio podcast, whatever your, was it Stitcher, Apple, iCloud? I don't even know the names of these places
Podbean.
anymore.
All the things.
Sure. Podbean. Yep.
Yes.
All of the MP3 players out there in the world can handle our podcast. My name, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. Yes, Twitter. And yeah, we're a video game podcast. If you haven't checked us out before, sit back, relax. We're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about life. It's going to be a fun show. We might have a quiz, maybe 2, maybe 5. I don't know. The quiz number, it's all over the place these days. But helping me along this journey, 2 very important people.
Along the way.
And with that, let's introduce Mr. Christopher Matthew. Chris, how are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here, podcasting once again from the dog days, which I always thought had something to do with the temperature and like how dogs act when it gets hot outside. It actually is just because Sirius is in the sky over North America, the dog constellation. I think it's Sirius. Anyway.
Oh.
But it also is
That
just
is a
that
fun
time
fact.
of year when North America is hot as blazes. And you just don't want to do much. You just want to lay
Yes.
around.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Mark's doing right now. Just saying.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't
we
know what
have
his
no
excuse
video on the
is.
podcast, by the way.
It's not.
So
Now we do.
there's no video.
There is now.
Oh,
You know, technical challenges, Kim. Don't
Sorry
make
about
us
that,
be
Boomer.
professional or something.
We call that
I know.
operator headspace and timing. I forgot to push the button. I just pushed the button. Behind the scenes look, folks. That's what we're here for.
There you go.
Push the button.
Push the button.
Push the goddamn button. Anyway.
Not the red button, though. Never push the red button.
Never push the red button. I am Groot.
Anyway, so we were dissing Mark. We love Mark. He's not here.
This video.
But you know, even in the most serious of times when he's facing like the gravest of gravest, I'll still make fun of Mark just because that is how I love people. So understand that. Kim Woods, Kim on the podcast.
Yes.
Kim,
I am.
are you excited? There's a Gary sighting right now. I don't know if you noticed
there
this
is.
or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also said that he's gonna blame you for the video. So I guess you're blaming Mark. Boomer's blaming you. You know.
You know, I used to want to keep Garys in my life, but now I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe we just have a hunting party for Garys. You know?
Oh wow. Well, seems extreme.
Well, I mean,
Alright.
there's also Di Felice, so I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Is that how you
All
say
right.
that?
Yeah. No.
No, it's not actually, but it's how I say it. To annoy
Oh, you're just being a clown? I
Yes.
like that. I approve.
him. Yeah,
Typical.
absolutely.
I mean.
Totally. If I had a red nose, I would squeak it right now.
If I had a red nose sound effect, I would play it right now.
If my
I have
sound
nothing
effects were
for
working
that,
right
so-
now, I probably would play it. Anyway, hi Kim.
Hiya. Happy to be here. We're gonna do a show, right? So,
Maybe.
or we can just clown around and goof off. I don't give a shit. I got whiskey. I'm happy. So,
Isn't that
Oh,
what we do
okay.
anyway?
yeah. So,
Yeah, something like that. All right, Mr. Matthew, I would like you
Mr.
to cite all of the birthdays we're going to talk about today.
All right. So I did some behind the scenes work, and we are going to say happy birthday to a few people because I know Kim will appreciate.
good.
Happy birthday to
Okay.
Sam Elliott, probably most well known for his role as the cowboy at the bowling alley in The Big Lebowski, turning 82.
Fun fact: my wife
today.
also would be happy about that.
You know, he does have a certain animal magnetism.
Roadhouse.
If I
Roadhouse
were-
is my favorite movie for a reason.
Like if
Just
I
saying.
were into dudes, I'd probably be into Sam Elliott. Happy birthday
love the big mustache.
to Gillian Anderson of Xbox fame. Excuse me, X Files fame.
Files?
There it is, X Files.
Well, something new.
Yep, you learned something
Close.
new. Happy birthday to Jennifer Lawrence. Happy birthday, that's later this week. And happy birthday to one of my favorite stars of the 90s, Antonio Banderas. Happy birthday this week.
There you go.
So that's just a handful of the birthdays that are coming up this week. Happy birthday to all of you. And here is a wonderful song. Maybe.
And action.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Insert name here.
And we'll bring that to its merciful conclusion. Happy birthday to those people.
You're getting some beard love in the chat, Mr.
You
Matthew.
know, I love this beard, and I think I'm going to keep it.
I have nothing but beard envy right now.
You just,
I have
know,
nothing.
it's just like a week away, a week of no shaving, and you too can join the Beard Bros.
I'm afraid to send you the picture because it will be used against me, but I will send you at some point. I will send you a picture of me attempting a goatee.
All right, all
Oh,
right.
this should be good.
It was comical.
I
It basically looked like I went up to a real dirty screen and tried kissing it for a while.
I think I got to find the right corner in New York City, but I think my next phase in life is I'm going to open a barber shop. It's going to be beards, bald heads, and bourbon, right? So like head shaves and beard trims in the back, old fashions in the front.
BBB
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, that's the
or triple B.
triple B. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we
If
go.
I don't have a beard
the way-
or a bald head, can I still get bourbon?
You certainly can.
Important question.
Everybody's
All
welcome.
right.
Everybody's
I'm
welcome.
in. Good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could shave my head if you wanted.
I was slightly concerned about this though for a moment because you said I want to find a corner in New York City. Typically speaking, that's not exactly a good career choice.
I should have said corner lot. Corner
Midnight
store.
Cowboy? I don't know.
Fair.
Corner storefront. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not street corner. Thank you, Mr. DeLacy.
Well, on that note, let's proceed forward, shall we?
I guess we must.
Let's. We don't have a question, so I guess it's time for.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
There we go.
This is where you talk, Greg. You're the host.
I'm sorry. I was just enthralled by Batch's question of, are you trying to suggest a certain district? I don't think there was a suggestion about that, Batch. I think I was pretty straightforward in terms of my innuendo. But anyway, here we are. Let's talk some story time. What's been going on, kids? What's been going on with you, Kim, specifically?
Honestly, it's not been a whole lot this week. I have stumbled upon some issues with our Roku soundbar, so now I have to figure out if it's the soundbar messing up, if it is the streaming app we use messing up, or if my router that I've had since we moved in this place is dying slowly. So
That's probably it.
It's one of those things. Yeah, it could be, because I mean, we've lived over here 9 years as of last week, and we've not changed our router once. So
it's time.
Because I mean, it's it works. So
It is
but
time.
I know, right? Because we've noticed our soundbar, because our Roku, it's a Roku soundbar, so of course we stream our Roku through that. We've noticed that it drops Wi-Fi signal every once in a while, and the volume gets a little choppy. So I didn't know, so I'm thinking to myself, either it's the, is it soundbar or it's our router. And it kind of like Chris said, it makes me lean towards our router because the Wi-Fi is dropping. But anyway, I've got some things to check out this week and see what I need to replace. So that's pretty much it for me this week. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds exciting and expensive.
Yeah, a little bit. Although my telephone company covers our routers because, unless you want to buy your own router, which I have never done because what they have works fine for me.
Doesn't that hurt the signal?
What?
They cover it. Doesn't that hurt the signal?
Yeah. No. Anyway.
It's going to be one of those shows. We're all just going to
Yes,
throw out
it
bad
is.
puns and jokes all
It
show
is. It's
long.
going to be terrible. But anyway, all I got to do is get a hold of my telephone company and be like, hey, I think the router is going south. And they'll send me another one or somebody will come out and replace it, whatever. So, no biggie.
Now, here's my question, Kim.
Okay.
Is it really your telephone company?
Yes. Well, not mine specifically. No, I don't own it. But I mean,
she owns the company.
I was not going there.
Yes.
I was not trying to.
Oh,
it's
all
just
right.
such an odd thing to say because these days it's not your telephone company, it's your internet provider that also can provide a telephone.
Oh, well, yes, true. But no, for us, it is our telephone company and also our internet service
It's
provider.
your
So
ISP.
they're all in one.
But I just like I
Yes.
like that you think of it as a telephone company, not an internet provider. That's good. It's old school.
Well, because it is a telephone company.
Telecommunications
Well, it's
company.
both. So, yes. Because it originally started out as a telephone company, and then
Right.
they brought internet. And this is going to make us sound like we live in the Stone Ages, but they're the one that brought internet to where I live. So,
Hey,
for me, they'll.
I lived out
You
in the
don't have to get me to take too far a leap, Kim, to think.
I lived
you're
out in the
Stone
Midwest
Ages.
for a while, and it was you had to bring people were bringing the internet to you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yes, Chris understands this. I mean, we didn't get.
I understand it too. Hell, I remember the
Oh,
days
yeah.
of Pac Bell. Pac Bell, Pacific Bell
Right.
was our telephone company.
Yes.
And then they
Yep.
just started dying. And it was weird because there was a moment where it was like, oh no, these internet provider companies are going to give us telephone service? What? So,
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
VoIP became the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And trying to figure out, it took me, I'm not going to say how long it took me, but the whole understanding what VoIP stood for
Right.
took a little bit. Just saying.
Yeah. No, I get that. But yeah, no. So anyway, that'll be my my deal this week is trying to figure out whether it's our soundbar going bad or if I need to replace the router or what's
I
going
love
on.
that Chris just put
So.
up a picture of your phone, because that's a solid looking phone, Kim.
What? Apparently I missed it, but that's all right. That's all right. You'll laugh at this too. We still have a home phone, so we still have a home
No,
phone.
and
So.
Chris is showing it right now as we
Yeah,
speak.
that's Kim.
I'm sure it's
That's
like
a video
a
of Kim when she was a little kid learning how to use the phone.
All the modern day technologies.
That's right.
Thank God I have whiskey for this show today. Oh boy.
Kim living her best life with her dial-up.
Literal
dial-up.
Hey, I was gonna say I remember the dial-up, but oh yeah.
There's a couple phases. We're just gonna go down this rabbit hole. This is what the show does. Okay. There were like a couple phases of phone technology that happened. At least my growing up. So one, it was replacing the actual turn dial with buttons.
Yep.
That was a biggie.
So I lived in a house. So you had to have your house wired for touch tone, right? Or it wouldn't work.
Yep.
So my house wasn't wired for touch tone. So we had a touch tone phone, but you had to push the number and then you had to listen. So like if you pushed 8, you had to push 8 and it would go boop, and then you would hear 8 ticks. And I was like, now you can push the next number.
Yes.
Otherwise it'll screw it up.
Yep.
I think I actually counted 12, but don't worry about it.
The next phase, it wasn't necessarily a phase, but it to me it was the big phase of like the hand receiver on the wall with the extended cord that allowed you to go from one side of the room to the other.
That's in all the
Which you
TV
choke
shows.
people with.
People trying to walk through the room.
Yes. Yep.
And then the next big leap, and this was the big one, was a wireless phone in your house.
The cordless phone.
Yep.
Cordless phone. Yep.
Yay big,
Oh yeah.
We had
a base unit that was the size of a small computer.
Yeah. So we had one of those, and and you could push a button and you could talk from the base station to the handset. And so when my friends would come over, we would like work that into our playing soldier or whatever we were doing. Like whoever was at the headquarters was at the base station, and then the other person would take the handset and go running around, much to the chagrin of my mom, who's like, "You're gonna break my phone."
But that was the only use case for it, because anytime your mom needed to call you, she wasn't using that. She was just yelling.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Memory lane.
There we go. We're coming back to modern times. Mr. Matthew, let's talk VIP burritos. What's this now?
So this was hilarious. So I mentioned we have some out of town guests. One of them's doing like a baseball camp with the local, our Division I baseball team. During the summer, they don't have any athletes around because they're all doing whatever, and so they do clinics for high schoolers. And so one of my friends brought his son up for the baseball camp, and they got done late, and they were like, let's just order some burritos. So they called our local burrito place, and so the burrito guy calls the house and is trying to figure out where we live. And I'm like, this is weird, because we've ordered burritos from this place many times and they've always found us. I don't understand the problem. And then they can't find it. Then he calls back later. Turns out the guy on the phone is not the driver. He's the driver's friend who's just working gratis, apparently, to help his friend out. He says, the driver doesn't speak any English. I'm translating for the driver. Can you please tell me how to get the burritos to you?
Oh my
and
God.
so we give him directions, and then he hangs up, and my buddy's like, I think we're like 20% that we're getting burritos tonight, and 80% that we're going to just be hungry. I was like, yeah, probably. And then like 30 minutes later, the police show up in front of the house. Apparently the military police, now good on them, they're doing their job. They notice that there's this vehicle just kind of wandering around the installation, looks suspicious, right? It's after sunset. This vehicle's just kind of wandering around the installation. So they pull him over, and they're like, "What are you doing? Like, this really seems
Don't
sketchy."
speak English.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's going to go far.
Thank goodness there was the guy there to translate, right?
Oh,
and
yes.
So the guy's like, "My friend is just trying to deliver these burritos. Here's the address." And then the MPs, they're like, okay, recognizing the situation for what it is. They're like, okay, there's no threat here. Let's just get these burritos delivered so this guy can get off the installation. And so the military police escorted the burritos to my house. I just thought that was amazing.
That's a story, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Did they show up with lights on?
They did not show up with lights on. They did not show up with lights on.
That would have been like
that
the
would have been
icing to the
amazing
cake.
if they'd have gone code 3 with those burritos. Got to get there hot, Yeah, I thought that would have been amazing. So yeah, that was kind of funny. Burritos being escorted by the police.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of a slow week.
Okay. Any water play in your life?
Oh, well, a water hazard. If you're familiar with the game of golf, a lot of courses have ponds and streams running through them.
Yes,
and they're called water hazards. And
yes,
golf courses, of course, are about making moolah. And so a lot of golf courses have started offering a beverage they call a water hazard. And that video sucks. And what a water hazard is your choice of Gatorade, whatever flavor you want, mixed with a little bit of lemonade and a shot of vodka. And so I was golfing with my friends yesterday, and we got to the end of after the 9th hole, they had a little snack shack, and they were advertising this water hazard. And we're like, what's this water hazard? She's like, well, it's this. And we're like, that sounds pretty delicious. We'll have Blue Zero Gatorade water hazard. And so we all had, that was what and we played much better the second half because of the water hazards. Or at least that's our story.
Totally understand that.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Yeah. So good times.
Yeah, water hazards, like the actual golf water hazards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the golf courses somehow sneak like water magnets into my balls.
Yeah, some hydroscopic material.
Golf balls, Kim. Golf balls.
I knew what he meant.
And I know. Kim was snickering.
So this course that we played yesterday didn't have a lot of actual water hazards because it was up in the mountains. So what they had instead were just these huge patches of grass that they just had not trimmed at all, and if the ball went in there, it was just gone. So that was instead of a water hazard, they just had a jungle. But it was a nice course. It was in a valley, so there was a lot of elevation changes, a lot of nice scenery. So yeah, fun.
Very nice. Right on.
What's going on in the world of Greg DeLacy?
Relatively low key week, ish. So we went out on date night. We weren't sure what we were going to do, and we ended up going and seeing Minions and Monsters.
No grilled cheeses this week?
No grilled cheeses to be had this week. Minions and Monsters, solid movie. I just think I'm not necessarily a Minions only type person.
All right.
I think I need a little bit more of the interaction of the other characters from like Despicable Me, that kind of thing. The Minions on their own, there's only so much Minion talk you can hear.
Yes.
Without having other actual human dialogue. Anyway.
Right.
So it's okay. Again, I'd say if you're better off just waiting, catch it on Disney Plus or whatever.
For streaming.
Yeah, stream it. I don't think it'll come to Disney now that I think about it because it's not a Disney property. But yeah, my wife just was not. I was trying to convince my wife to go see Spider-Man. Wasn't happening.
Oh.
Not happening. Yeah, she's not the hero film person.
Gotcha.
Other things I've watched. So you remember when the BBC first came out with like its big nature documentaries where they were covering the world and
Planet Earth.
high
Yeah.
geography. Say it again.
Planet Earth. That was the first
Yes,
one.
Planet Earth. Thank you. And that's like the gold standard of those types of shows. However, I just came across a series called The Americas, and it's voiced over by Tom Hanks.
Nice.
I think this is the new gold standard.
I hope Tom Hanks is okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is he's been very busy with a lot of things that appear to be Tom Hanks' passion projects as of late. And I hope that he just doesn't know something about his health that he's not sharing, and he's just trying to check off his bucket list. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I mean, he might be trying to check off his bucket list, only from the standpoint that he's realizing he only has X amount of years left.
But he's only in his 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 70.
I
All
don't know
right,
how
he's
old he is.
70.
Okay. Well, you know.
So speaking
I
of
think
Tom Hanks.
right about there, you start thinking about things, right?
That's fair. So speaking of Tom Hanks, I watched on Apple TV Greyhound, which is another Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah. Good, you know?
It was good. It was good. It was tight. It was it was edited down so that it moved along really fast. It is, as I just said, Tom Hanks is 70. So even with some makeup, he does start to look a little bit out of place as the captain of a destroyer, who should be in his 30s, maybe in his 40s.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Surrounded by all these young sailors. Now, even with that, he is talented, and he, you sense all the emotions that this character is feeling through his acting. So yeah, worth checking out. Greyhound. It was a good movie.
Greyhound.
Okay.
Now, is that set in World War II?
Yes. Yeah. It's basically the basic setup is he's just been given command of the destroyer Greyhound, and his first assignment is to escort a supply convoy across the Atlantic. As in the early parts of World War II, while the U.S. hasn't put army in or ground forces into World War II yet, but they are ferrying supplies over to the UK. So and it's just that one crossing. The whole thing just takes place during that one crossing. But good movie, well made.
Yeah, I mean from a historical standpoint, that was an interesting time because we weren't committed to the war, we weren't involved in it yet. But our ships, the shipping lanes, were getting attacked by the German U-boats.
Yes.
Which, I mean, you'd think that would have pulled us into the war a little bit earlier, but no. Anyway.
Right.
What else? So, I don't know, 2 months back, I think I remember talking to you guys about how I had my Wi-Fi router just like completely like died on me. I had to get a new one from Xfinity. They came out and they installed it. I was like, okay, great. And the guy's like, this is I think it was like the W8 model, if I remember correctly, is the phrasing, or i8. And then he's like, they're coming out with an i10. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, I don't know when that's going to come out. He's like, but when you do, you'll probably want to upgrade to that because it handles like Wi-Fi 6 completely and all of that nonsense. So I was like, okay.
We're on Wi-Fi 7 now.
Well, either way, I got a text message, and sometimes you get these random text messages. You're like, I'm not sure about this.
All the time.
And it's like, hey, this is your Xfinity support team. Would you like the new? It was X10. Now that I think about it, the X10 router sent to you. I was like, sure, why not? Completely forgot about this. So weeks go by, and then one day this box shows up on my door, and I was like, oh yeah, all right. Okay. So I open it up. Didn't really look at it, but it sat in my office for like a week, and I'm like, okay, today afternoon, everybody's out of the house. I'm just gonna shut the Wi-Fi down, swap the boxes out, be done with it.
Right.
So take the Xfinity box in, unhook all the different cables from back where the old box was, plug the new box in, and I'm like looking at it.
Uh-oh.
It's no lights, nothing. I'm like checking the power. So I checked the power cord, and then I noticed the power cord's like slightly shifted inside the shell. Like you can see it's kind of off. I'm like, and then I look at the bottom of their box, and there's like the side of it's like bulging out. I'm all,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
so unhook it all up, put it back in the box, replug in my old router. Everything works fine. And then I'm trying to contact Xfinity to be like, hey, how do I swap this out? Nightmare. They have a stupid AI chatbot that it's like, do you want to cancel your subscription? Do you want to add to your subscription? And all I'm like, I need to swap this out for a new box. That option is nowhere to be seen. And then I'm like, talk to a customer support. Talk to customer support. Nothing. It keeps routing me back to, I can troubleshoot this for you. I can troubleshoot. I'm like, fuck, you can. I don't want to talk to the. Well, I need to talk to somebody that understands. I just need to swap the box for another one.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I get a live chat person, and all they want to do is troubleshoot. She's like, have you activated the new box yet? I'm like, no, it won't activate. What is so difficult for this? Well, it turns out the only thing I really needed to do was just throw it in the box, drive over to the Xfinity store. As soon as I walked in, the guy's like, are you returning or swapping out?
Ah.
Well, I just need a new box. He's like, here you go. That easy.
Wow.
But then I learned, as I talked to the technician, he's like, well, we have to turn off your old internet and turn on your new one, which I thought was odd. But I guess they have to turn it off because of the different protocols they send over to the box to activate it. And of course, they did all of that, got the new box up and running. However, now the actual internet speeds, it's weird. So download speeds, it's only doing like 150 megabits per second, which it should be doing up to a gig. And then, but the upload speeds are like 890. So something's off within. So I've got a tech coming out tomorrow to resolve the issue and figure out why it's giving me the weird download, but not and the upload seems fine. Anyway, technology. Love it, hate it.
Isn't it fun?
My laptop also is likely the first computer in my house I will be swapping out, not my PC. I know. The PC will live on. My laptop battery, I was looking at it, I was like, it's not at the 100% charge anymore. And I'm looking at it, and it was like at 65%. And another week goes by, 37%. It's been holding at 22% now for about a week and a half. While it's plugged in, mind you. So it's not charging anymore. It's just the battery is pretty much dying. So I'll probably just go with because all I use it for is really internet and the real estate stuff. So I don't need anything high end for it. So I'll go to Costco, see what they've got. Try and find something relatively cheap. Costco's got a great return policy for computers, that kind of thing. So highly recommend if you ever need a computer. Anyway, that's it. That's me. Done.
Exciting times.
Indeed. Okay, Kim?
Yes.
It is August 9th. Is there anything on this list of games that we get for free sort of worth talking about?
No.
This is what I'd love to hear, Kim. That is on the boots on the ground reporting right there.
Well,
no is the word. So we'll push forward.
Okay.
Let's talk about some games we are playing.
It's game time.
Today I feel like playing computer games.
It's game time.
All right, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I know. Shocking. So I have been doing a lot of Arc Raiders. Continues to be my go-to. There's something about the loop of that game that I just love. But
you're secretly a loot whore, right?
I am a loot whore. That's true.
I thought so. Gotcha.
Actually, I think it's the trials. They've introduced trials into the game, and they're weekly, so you get a fresh set of new trials to try out every week. And those, I think, are what really drive me for playing the game. Same thing with Lewis. We will team up to just try and complete the challenges and get as high a score as we can. I did try a different game. I loaded up Beast of Reincarnation. Came to Game Pass. Played it via Xbox Game Cloud because I was not going to install this game.
Right.
And there's a good reason for it.
Oh.
Not my kind of game. I thought I would like it.
Well, that was quick.
But yeah, it was pretty quick. I mean, literally, I got into the tutorial and I was like, yeah, no, can't do it. And I don't know why. I think it's because it's a little bit of the, it's a Souls-like in some respects, although it's a little easier than a Souls-like typically.
Right.
Just nothing about the game I think excited me, and I thought I would get into the story. It's kind of, it has like this future feudal Japan kind of vibe to it, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. It played okay. I think the controls were a little bit wonky for me, and again, that's just because I've been playing so many shooters lately. Maybe if I just spend a little more time with it, I may revisit it. I don't know, but it just didn't wow me. And so, but I was, you know what? I wanted to try something different, something out of my comfort zone.
There you go.
But yeah, this is it had similar vibes to me of when I tried to play Persona, although with less cringe, far less cringe than Persona.
Thanks, Luis.
I'm sorry. I do not understand, Lewis. You can hate me all you want. I do not understand how anybody likes those games. The Persona games, not
Right, yes. Right.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I'm with you there. I
and
don't get it either.
Sadly, and this is going to go back to the previous section talking about, you know, when I was at the Minions and Monsters movie, they had a lot of the preview animations coming, you know, animated movies coming up around preview. And man, there's a lot of anime influence coming into some of these movies. And boy, am I not there for it. Nope. Do not want.
Interesting.
Anyway, that's it. That's me. Simple, easy, done. Kim, I want to hear mostly what you have to say, but I'll settle for Chris talking next.
Okay.
That's a weird flex, but okay. So
Well,
let's see.
Craig's a little weird.
Yeah, we'll go in. Well, the quick one. I finished. I'm gonna abuse air quotes. I finished Forza Horizon 6 this week. What I mean by that is I unlocked the last 2 achievements that I had in Forza Horizon 6. I'll still keep playing it, just maybe not with the same volume that I have been lately. And then I've been keeping plinking away at this cozy little survival game called Solar Punk that I've talked about. But the game that has dominated my time this week, as far as gaming time, is this game called Icarus. So I talked about this a little bit last week. It's a survival game, and I've started to kind of figure out the lore of it. Basically, you're a prospector from this space station that is orbiting a planet that has been terraformed to produce Earth-like resources. So there's trees and animals and things that look like things from Earth on this moon or planet, and it's got lots of different biomes. And so you kind of drop in with nothing. The idea is you got to drop in and be self-sufficient and send resources back up to the space station, right? And so that being the premise, then the gameplay starts, and you basically, like a lot of these survival games, you get dropped in, you start in the Stone Age, you make stone tools, and then eventually you make iron tools, and then eventually you can make, you can get up to modern, carbon fiber and stuff like that, resource gathering. And then add on to that, there are boss monsters throughout the world, so you get together with your team and you go battle the boss monsters. And so the gameplay is actually pretty deep, and the feedback, the loop is pretty satisfying. You take on a little mission, Sometimes it's go gather this much resources and put it on a rocket to go back to the space station. Sometimes it's go to this place and build a little outpost or whatever. But if anybody who has enjoyed No Man's Sky or Star Rupture or any of these kind of sci-fi survival games should probably give this one a look. I picked it up during the Steam sale. I'm sure it'll come around on sale again. It is very deep. And what I mean by that is it has a very deep tech tree, and it has the process for manufacturing things is not always simple. Like a lot of times it requires you to go to multiple different benches to craft all the materials that you would need, almost like making a production line. So yeah, I've really been enjoying it.
All right. I have questions.
Go ahead.
Questions, Chris.
Shoot a question.
Okay, first of all, shout out to Lord.
Lord.
Welcome to chat.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I think he also has this question. So you said this game, it's your job to go down to the surface of the planet and terraform and send stuff back up to the ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is not... Well, I think it's this game in particular because I don't recall other games being like this. But then again, this premise there, the whole game loop is kind of familiar. Why would you be sent down to the surface of a planet with nothing if your job was to mine stuff and send it back up?
Corporate dystopia, Greg. You're an expendable body for the company. I don't really know why they send you down with nothing. Okay. That part to me is kind of a little suspension of disbelief, right? But I guess the idea is like it's your job to get resources for the company. We're not going to give you any resources. Yeah, that's the best I can come up with.
I want to see the interview for that job.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, Mr. Matthew. We are going to pay you handsomely to send supplies up to our ship.
Yeah.
However, we're going to drop you from orbit onto the planet with nothing.
So
in fact, even the orbital pod you're in is going to have nothing.
Yeah, that was a little. The first time I played it, you drop in from space and then you pop out, and the first thing you do is pick up sticks and rocks to make tools. I was like, this is a little weird, but okay. Let's suspend disbelief for a little
Lord,
bit.
by the way, agrees. It was definitely his question.
Yeah.
He and I were simpatico.
Yeah.
Same wavelength.
So if you can kind of just accept the premise, the gameplay is fun and rewarding.
Okay. All right. I mean, I do like everything you've said about the game. I just had to, when you started talking about the plot of it, it does sound a little bit funny to me.
Forget the plot.
I get it if you crash landed. That's a different story.
But... And I think I don't know. Maybe I'll read more about it. Maybe I don't really care. There's something about like this space station is like stranded. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I'm also not that. I'm not really here for the story. I'm here to kill boss monsters and make a base, right? Yeah. So yeah.
There'll be notes next week. Greg, do not ask me about the plot of Icarus.
Oh, you can ask. You can ask again, and I'll give you the same answer. I don't care.
I do not know. All right. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
fair enough.
That's me. That's my gaming week.
Sweet, Kim.
Yes.
You can talk about one of the two games you have bolded out on your list.
Oh,
more
okay.
Than the other.
All right. I think I know which one you're talking about.
You might.
Even though you said in the chat you weren't going to play it. I fired up. Yeah, you did. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying. You wouldn't be so interested if you played the game. You'd know. But anyway, I played the Gears of War E-Day beta that is currently out till, was it Monday? I think. So, yeah. I fired that up last night. Me and Boomer did. And what can I say? It's really good. Like, really. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm ready for Horde.
Before you go forward, Kim, yes. I just want to clarify. The reason why I didn't want to play this is because I'm already sold on this game.
Well, so am I,
very
but I'm still going to try
it. I don't want to ruin my day one experience by
Well,
there's one thing I kind of hate about betas now.
Right.
Because I love the excitement of firing up a game for the first time and experiencing it, and so
Right.
I don't want to have to wait 3 months to play it again.
Right. Well, to be fair, you're only on, I think, one map. So, I mean, really, you're not going to spoil anything, or I don't, I don't think so. But we played, Siege Horde. There's the Siege Horde, and then there's the PvP, which I can't remember right now what it's called. I don't care about playing against other people. I'm there to slaughter locusts. I could give a shit less about humans. So anyway, we fired up Siege Horde and played it, and it's a little bit different. I was expecting, like, we've all played Horde. That's what I was expecting, and there is Horde in it, but it's different because you're on a big map, and there's more than one team on this map. Like, say you're Delta, and then there's Alpha and Bravo, whatever, and they're on the map, and they may be doing something else entirely different than what you're doing. So, like last night, me and Boomer and Tua.
Sorry, there's a lot of
Go on.
questions I'm going to throw at you. I'm just going to randomly jump in. So, are you actively playing against the other team, or
No.
is it's just it's friendly? You can't kill them. It's just you're working together, or you're not.
Matter of fact,
but you're on the map together.
Yeah, we're on the map together. If you choose, you can help them. They can help you, that sort of thing. As a matter of fact, last night we were playing on Horde on this map, and we had a Horde mode going, which was 10 waves. We've all played Horde. We know what that is. And we were seriously getting our ass whipped, because there was one wave they would send 2 grinders after us. And honestly, it may have been the 2 people we were playing with. They would kind of venture in, and then they would disappear, leaving me and Boomer to fight these 2 grinders and whatever else they threw at us. Well, the other team that was on the map would come over, and they actually helped bail our asses out, because me and Boomer were just getting stomped. It was ridiculous. But on the same token, and this is what made me excited, and Boomer can tell you, there was a Brumok on the map, and I love the Brumok. Wow. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But yeah, they called in an armored Brumok, and we could actually go and help them with the Brumok. Admittedly, we didn't get very far with it, because the thing was, gigantic, and I think it ate Boomer at one point. But yeah, it was fun. Like you said, I'm excited.
By the way,
Uh-huh.
Chris, when you hear her say there were a couple grinders on the map, I instantly thought sandwiches.
See, I was thinking cringy dudes at the dance club.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
You saying that though, it was funny last night. There would be grinders on the map, and I would stop and say to Boomer, Adam Sandler, hoagies and grinders. That's what I would say whenever the fucking grinders would show up on the map. I'm like, hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders. So, whatever. But it was really fun. Like I said, they had, of course, you had emergence holes, which I have to giggle every time they call it an e-hole, because for me, that's funny and I'm immature. They hit e-holes. See, it's funny. Of course, you'd have to, you'd have an extraction point, and there would be e-holes pop up there. Again, and you'd have to clear those out before your extraction would come in, and I mean they would throw everything at you. So yeah,
I don't want to ask about your e-hole, but I do want to ask about movement.
Okay.
I hear movement's very different feeling.
A little bit. You can jump now, which of course we never really could do before. But honestly, for me, it's
because you don't have the crab run anymore, right? When you run, it feels it's
a little bit. I think to me, you still look like you roadie run a little bit, but
okay.
Yeah, but you have the jump. You can jump now, or you can run and jump, that sort of thing. So I mean, it's a little bit different, but I didn't think it threw anything off. It still felt very much like Gears. So, but I think the jumping mechanic definitely helps.
Weapon wise, I hear they made some changes to the weapons, as in you can put stuff on them.
Yes, there are weapons mods. There are armor mods. There's this little thing you pack around that's it's like a mine sort of, but they call it a disruptor. And basically what it does is it sends a pulse out that knocks the locust back. And you can mod that. So yeah, and there's weapon parts. I can't remember now if there was weapons parts in the other ones or not. I don't think there was, but there are weapons parts now you can pick up, and that allows you to unlock more mod slots in your weapons or your armor or that sort of thing. So, and I was really terrible last night about finding weapons parts. You can find intel on the map, but I think we could do that before. But yeah, they pretty much throw you on a big map, and there are various things that you can do. Like I said, you can play Horde. You can call in a Brumok and fight it. So there are definitely some different things. And this is Siege Horde or Horde Siege or whatever they called it. So I'm assuming when the full game releases, they will probably just have strictly Horde if that's all you want to do. And they had several different variations of Horde Siege, like there's a longer version, or there's the Blitz, which is a shorter version. So depending on how much time you want to put into this, that could be different. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't play PvP because I didn't care. And usually on PvP, I'm not very good, and I usually just end up getting killed and getting pissed off, so I didn't even bother. But I'm excited. Like I said, I love Gears. Emma kind of indoctrinated me, just threw me right into the fire when I started playing Gear, and I've loved it ever since. So I'm excited to get back out there and have Horde nights again, and all of us just run around being stupid, being chased by a Brumok, and laughing our asses off while we do it. So I think it's really, really good. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. That excites me to hear that. Mr. Matthew, are you a big Gears guy?
I definitely enjoyed Gears back in the day. I have not played one since Gears 3. I just kind of felt like that put the franchise to bed, and I didn't need it anymore. But I don't know. If the community gets into this one, I could see myself picking it up.
Okay.
There is one thing I was disappointed about, and you'll understand this because this is where the game takes place, or what time the game takes place. There was no Baird. I miss Baird.
What? Spoilers?
No, yeah.
Well, you know this though. It's it's
kidding.
early on.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, I was told that to Boomer last night. I'm like, the only thing I miss is Baird because he was the smart ass of the group. So, and I'm kind of the smart ass of the group. So
I thought they picked him up along the way. No, whatever.
So
I think didn't they pick him up along the way in 2? Not
I believe
1?
so.
I could be wrong, but
yeah. But anyway, he's not there now because obviously this is before he shows up. This is just Marcus and Dom, and I think the other guy's name is Lucas. And that's the one I was playing last night, and I can't remember who the other. I think there's another 2, but I can't remember right off the top of my head. So, because this is right when Marcus and Dom, weren't really friends yet necessarily, but they get there.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, Gears of War E-Day. I'm excited. So.
Nothing but positive things have been coming out on it for the most part. So I am excited to check it out when it releases, not before.
Yeah, and when is it out? October, right? Is it October when it comes out?
Early October, I think.
Right. And there is a second beta, I think, coming up. Is it next weekend? I don't know.
You're just tempting me, Kim. Stop it.
I know. But that's the open beta because this is what for the Game Pass people and people that pre-ordered it, if I read everything right. So, anyway. And other than that, I played some Forza Horizon 6, mainly just to feed my drag racing addiction, and not really much to say there. So that was it for me this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I suppose, Mr. Matthew.
It is that time. Hang on.
Oh, all right, now everybody get settled. Get away from the windows. Now look, good. It's time for the quiz. Yeah, you know what? Oh, too bad. Tough.
All righty.
I love that one.
We got a little quizzy quiz this week. Kind of a deep cut on the secret theme, but I figured, we're back after a little break. May as well go all in. So let's see.
Cut. Kim, we got to be on our toes now.
Got to be on your toes.
We're in trouble.
Be on your toes.
God.
So let's just get right to it.
I'm screwed.
Ladies first, Kim. Ladies first.
Okay.
Up first this week is 2013's Saints Row 4, and we are looking for the Xbox 360 version. Saints Row 4, 2013 on the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 88.
Kim says ocho. I know that's not how you say 88 in Spanish, but it's the best I could come up with. Greg?
88.
All right. C.
We've been educated.
Is that your guess?
No. I'm not, I
also in Spanish.
God.
And Boomer says 85.
Boomer says 85. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I remember Saints Row 3 did not do great.
Interesting.
But I want to say Saints Row 4 was like a back to form.
All right.
I think it did pretty good. I'm gonna just do a little nudge upwards. 89.
Greg is gonna say 89.
89.
89.
All right, show off.
Got it.
Burrito.
Nuevo.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Just queuing up the next one, trying to see if anybody else is going to chime in. Looks like it's the two of you versus Boomer today. Actual answer 81. 81.
Ouch.
The correct answer for round one, but that's okay. Everybody's pretty close.
Striking distance.
What just happened? Let's do
Good
this.
movie, by the way.
Striking Distance was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So Boomer.
Yeah, and that one Bruce Willis in it.
You
Bruce
know
Willis
what?
and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, is that the one where he's like the cop on the boat? I haven't seen that one in such a long time. Okay, fair enough. That was decent. That was decent.
Yeah, I mean, not Oscar
81.
Academy or anything,
Decent.
but
Let's see what you think whether this is decent or not. The next game is Deadpool VR, which was released in 2025 on the MetaQuest platform. And it's Greg's turn to go first this time.
alrighty.
Okay, so I was like all in on this. You're like Deadpool, and I'm like, let's go. And then you said VR.
Oops. Brakes were hit.
So yeah, I don't recall there being a Deadpool VR game. So that's
Well,
one.
I vaguely do, I think.
Not really being a VR fan, I could see that. So now you got to do a little thinking. How do you think the VR
I am
fans
doing a little thinking.
reacted to a Deadpool game?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to react to a platform that is dwindled and dying, and nobody really cares about VR anymore.
But there's a whole new
It's hurtful, but it's the truth.
There's a whole new Steam
I tried
VR
warning
thing
everybody,
coming out.
and there's people that swear by VR. I get it, I know, but the reality is nobody really wants that thing on their face.
Valve is going in. Valve is going into it.
Well, they've been into it. I mean, fairness.
They're going deeper. They're going deeper.
Deeper, deep dive. Okay, back. Focus, Craig. Deadpool
Focus.
VR. Unless it was horribly bad, which I can't at this point imagine being horribly bad, being it was a licensed game these days. They do have some standards. And then, of course, the desperation for VR games to score well because they need these, to help prop up the device. Kidding. I'm gonna say
your face props up the device.
82.
Greg is gonna say 82. Kim?
I'm gonna be a little bit nicer than Greg. I'm gonna get 85.
Kim is going to go 85. You should have been meaner than Greg. The actual answer 76. 76.
Oh, wow.
So Boomer extending.
Well, Boomer said 80. Yeah.
He did. Yeah, Boomer said 80. Boomer's extending the lead. Up next, a game that was a sequel in a long series that maybe it didn't need as many sequels. 2015's Rock Band 4. Let me see if I can spell that right in the chat. Rock Band 4, 2015, Rock Band 4 on the PlayStation 4. And we're back to ladies first this round. Kim, back to ladies first.
Rock Band 4. All right. Also a game I never played because, well, no. I don't have the coordination for those things. So no. Those usually do pretty well. So, I'll say 86.
Kim is going to say 86. All right. Greg?
Rock Band 4.
Boomer's being safe. He says 80 again.
I know. I see that. I'm going to say 84.
It's like a broken record.
Greg is going to say 84. Boomer continues to grow his lead. The actual answer is 78. 78 for Rock Band 4.
Obviously, I'm not going to get this one.
And something slightly what's the word I'm looking for? Unconventional. There it is. Something slightly unconventional. The last game in today's quiz is Beat Star. Beat Star, one word, which was released in 2021 exclusively for iOS. Now, I will say before you take your guess, Greg, you're up first this round. This one did not have a Metacritic score, and so I took a little license and I took the user score, which is out of 10. So I just multiplied it by 10, right? So a user score of 6 would be a Metacritic score of 60, right? So we're still on a scale of 0 to 100, all right? But I just took the user score.
Gotcha.
Now, the game is Beat Star, released in 2021 on iOS. And Greg is up first this round.
God. BeatStar, iOS.
This was a rhythm game, kind of a Guitar Hero clone for the iPhone.
Gotcha.
I'm going to say 70.
Greg is going to say 70. Whoops, not 79, 70. Kim?
Let's see. I'll go 75.
Kim is going to go 75. And Boomer, dropping the hammer, says 40.
40.
No love for
real
iOS
fast.
games. Yeah.
Real fast, since we're all locked in now with our scores. One thing, Kim, you did not take into account was the way Mr. Matthew was scoring this.
I'll be
6,
close,
it was
though.
60. There was no half percentages.
So I will say, I guess I should have added that Metacritic does average their user rating to the nearest 1/10. And so the actual answer was 71. So excellent guess, Greg. 7.1 out of 10 was the Metacritic user score. But so 71 was the actual score. Boomer dropping the hammer unfortunately gave up a lot of ground in that round. So at the end of regulation, Greg DeLacy has the lead at 21. Kim in second place at 28, and Boomer tripped at the finish line and is now at 41.
Alrighty.
Now we come to for minus 10.
Favorite.
For minus 10.
Give it to Christopher Matthews' twisted mind.
What is
I know.
the secret theme this week? And I'll give you a hint. I've been feeling nostalgic and celebrating some anniversaries lately with my themes. And with that, who wants to go first? Greg, you have the lead, so we're going to make you go first.
One, I really wish you hadn't given me that clue, because I think now I'm like, I have no clue.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, what were you thinking before I gave you that clue?
I'm gonna roll with it, because it's the only thing I can think of that would make sense, and I just two of these games I don't know.
Okay.
But do all of these games at some point have a rhythm gameplay mechanic in them?
I would have to check. I don't remember. I've played a good few hours
That's
of
clearly
Saints
a
Row
no. So
4.
there's that.
Well,
Yeah. I was just looking for yes or no. This is where my twisted mind was going, Greg, but no.
I'm always, I'm a generous teacher. I'm always looking for ways to give you points.
I thought, Deadpool VR totally could have a rhythm game mechanic to it.
Well, yeah.
Juggling your
Totally
hands
could.
around.
Totally could.
Saints Row, I didn't know. But then I thought, well, you know what? Wouldn't be beyond Saints Row to have some dumb little rhythm game built into
It would not.
mechanic somewhere with that.
Probably using a
It would
dildo
not.
to beat on a drum or some shit, but yeah.
Yep.
That's entirely
So
possible. in a
that's where
Saints Row
my
game.
mind went.
All right.
Clearly wrong.
Let's see what Boomer. Well, Boomer. I'm waiting to see if Boomer has a guess. Meanwhile, let's hear what Kim has to say about the secret theme.
I don't know that I'm gonna get it either, but you did say something about nostalgia and all that, and I know you've been watching that thing on what was it, CNN or something about like the '90s and the '80s and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna say we're all in the 2000s because, well, obviously they were all in the 2000s, so that's my guess.
And I will also add in a second guess. All of them have cocaine in them.
Other than BeatStar, there's probably a good chance of that. I don't think Rock Band would actively feature cocaine in the story, but it's implied. Boomer says he has no clue. So, for the big reveal into the twisted mind of Christopher Matthew, we are celebrating this week the 40th anniversary of the release of Transformers the movie, when all of us went to the theaters and watched our heroes die, all of them within the first 5 minutes of the movie. And all of the games in this week's quiz feature at some point You've Got the Touch by Stan Bush, which was the hard rock intro song for Optimus Prime coming to save the day during the big battle at the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
I told you it was a deep cut.
Your
would have
mind
never
is a
guessed
dark
that in a
place,
million
Chris.
It
Your mind is
it
a
is
dark,
dark
place.
dark and twisted place. But yes,
Yep.
in fact,
I would have never guessed that at all.
It might have even been 40 years ago today that we celebrated the release of Transformers the movie in 1986. So there you have it.
Okay. I need to understand some of the process behind it. How did you get to this? Did you say, I want to know what games came out that had this song in them?
So
How did we get here?
So after the success of the Top Gun themed quiz, when we did one for the 40th anniversary of Top Gun,
Right.
I said, okay,
Right.
what are some other movies that I remember from the 80s? And the first one that came to mind was from 1986 was Transformers the movie. I said, okay, can we make a video game quiz with Transformers the movie as the theme, without it just being all the Transformers games, right? Because that would be a little too obvious.
Right.
So how do I put
Right.
how do I put an extra little wrinkle in here? And so
That's
then I
good, I
said,
have to admit.
well,
Holy moly.
the song that everyone remembers from the movie is You Got the Touch by Stan Bush. And so let's see if he's done any other video game music, or if his music has been featured in any other video games. And it turns out that all of those, there's a few other games on the list, but these are the four that I picked that have at some point in time had You've Got the Touch by Stan Bush in the video game. And so that's how we got to this quiz. And so there's a look
That's scary
inside
good, I have to
the
admit.
twisted mind of Chris
That is.
Matthew.
It's brilliant and scary.
And the thing is, until right this moment, I didn't know that song had a title, or there was, that it was. So, all right. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Indeed it is. And speaking of knowledge, let's talk some news. Nice segue, Kevin.
Okay.
Nice
Thank you.
segue. Once again, I don't have a news sound, but the way the world is going today, here it is.
Here's the fucking news. Isn't that what we need?
There it is.
Well done, Kim. All right. So just a couple of news stories, but this first one kind of angered me.
It grinded your gear.
Not outrage anger,
You know
but
what really
just
grinds my
annoyed
gears?
anger. What was that?
You know what really grinds my gears? That was my best.
Yes.
That was my best Peter Griffin. I'm sorry. I have to practice it.
That was good. That was good. GTA 6 gameplay and Netflix exclusive. So, Rockstar Games and Netflix have partnered for the first time in a major game reveal. The Grand Theft Auto 6 an extended look premiering Thursday, August 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern on Netflix. This is a first substantial gameplay showcase for GTA 6, expected to run 20 to 30 minutes and feature new gameplay footage, combat, driving mechanics, upgraded UI, and a deeper look at the dual protagonists. Was that Lucia? I'll say Lucia. Pretty sure that's
Looks
probably
like
the
Lucia.
actor. Lucia Caminos and Jason Duval. It's not that I don't have Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But the notion that they're putting this behind a paywall, that you have to be a subscriber to Netflix to see this,
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of gross.
It is. It is a little gross. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And Netflix just threw a freaking bag of money at Rockstar
Of course.
and said,
Yes.
we want the gameplay reveal. But the fact that Rockstar said yes annoys me more than anything, because they already are going to make a shit ton of money off this.
Yep.
Oh, not a fan of this.
So I'm not a super fan of this. Although I feel like is this really any different than some cable network 10, 20 years ago getting an exclusive look at an upcoming game and putting it on their channel? You know what I mean? Is it really any different? I don't know.
And I guess I would say not probably all that different, except for just those things didn't happen. I don't recall ever like an HBO being like, "Hey, we've got a gameplay reveal." We're
not a premium cable network, right? But like,
right.
What was the old video game cable channel that used to be in the high numbers?
Was GTA or G4 TV?
G4 TV.
Yeah, G4 TV.
Yeah. Or IGN, like, hey, you can only watch this here. Now, granted, it's not behind a paywall if it's on IGN.
Right.
But, yeah, anyway.
And I think that's what annoys me. It's the paywall component to this.
Fair.
It'd be one thing if Netflix was sponsoring this, they were going to host it on their site, but they were also going to release it out to YouTube. Okay. You know what? Sure. But just you have to be a Netflix subscriber to see this. And you know damn well anybody that's posting up videos of this on their site.
Right.
So it just rubs me a little wrong, especially now where we're getting into this phase of video games where right now, like, hardware is getting super expensive. There's a lot of barriers to entry into our industry. I say our industry, or into our hobby. Anyway, that's just my old man yelling at the screen for a little bit.
Trying to find sports games and having to pay for, how many different streaming services just so I can watch fucking football. But anyway, I digress.
Agreed, Kim. Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right. Let's get off this. Let's talk about something a little more positive.
Okay.
THQ Nordic says they have dozens of games in development a dozen games in development that they've not revealed yet.
Oh.
The Australian-based publisher held its latest THQ Nordic digital showcase on Friday, sharing the latest news from its upcoming games. At the end of the presentation, a message appeared stating there were more games yet to be revealed that are in the works.
Ooh.
As of today, THQ Nordic has a total of 29 games in development. The message said that 12 remain unannounced. So here are the games that we know of. These are the 17 that we know of. So there's Call to Arms, Panzer Elite, Darksiders 4, Epic Mickey Rebrushed. That's for the Switch 2. The Eternal Life of Goldman, Expeditions Samurai, Fate Keeper, Gothic 1 Remake, Gothic 2 Complete Classic, Gothic 3 Classic, The Guide Europa 1410, Let's Sing 2027, Let's Sing ABBA, that's going to do well. Road 96 sequel, Space for Sale, Titan Quest 2, Way of the Hunters 2, and finally, the one that I think I'm most excited for on this list, Wreckfest 2.
Wreckfest is fun.
Yeah. That's already a lot of games in development. Now, I mean, THQ, they're really kind of a AA publisher. They don't really do a lot of AAA games. So I'm very curious though what these 12 announced unannounced projects are. I'm imagining we're going to find out with Gamescom. I would hope.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, some more fun news. Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's a game Mark and I played a ton of, loved it. They came out of the blue. Free update adding Last Rites mission, 4K 60 support, and Predator content removed in 2020. So They at one point they
Oh.
had the Predator content added to it, so
Right.
it was cool and it also was annoying because the Predator
Was it?
was. I mean, it was just like in the movies, really hard to kill.
Ah.
But the last rights updates available today allows PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC players to play the game in 4K resolution and 60 frames per second, as well as other graphical improvements. And it includes a new story mission called The Mysterious New Threat in the form of a masked female villain called Lorana? Sure.
Lorona.
A teaser trailer for the mission shows her preparing to remove her mask, and the footage cuts right before she removes it.
Gotcha.
So, my immediate
is
take
for-
on this.
This is for Wildlands. Okay. I spent a lot of time
Yeah,
in
for
Wildlands. I might have to jump back in.
I know that's what I was thinking. I liked Wildlands a lot, and I really like that they're doing this because really what they're doing, if you think about it, they probably lost or didn't want to pay for the license for Predator, and
Mhm.
so they stripped that out, and they said, well, let's give gamers something in return. Since we're pulling this back out, you're getting something new, and I applaud that. So, yeah, I just my one fear, my hope is that they didn't strip out. They didn't basically just take the Predator content and being like, we will transform Predator into this chick, and that's the new content.
That would be hilarious. Oh, that would be great. I'd play that.
She takes the mask off and
all
it's
right.
the
Predator
weird
and
predator mandibles.
Predator and drag.
Predator and
They're
drag. Oh no, Kim, no. The visuals on that, no. All right, Kim. One more thing for you to buy.
All
One
right.
more thing for you to buy.
Sure.
It has been reported that there is a new, beautiful, limited edition Gears of War E-Day controller coming, and this is from Deal Labs. The writer there was Bill Kunn, who has a lengthy
Sure.
track record of accurately leaking hardware and software, including numerous previous reports on Xbox controllers. Says they've seen the controller and describes it as beautiful. According to the inside of the controller, which will be titled Storm King, which is a cool
Wow.
name. Storm, I like that. Storm King. Will have a design based around the Gears of War logo. The controller is expected to cost $89.99, or if you happen to live in the poverty-stricken country of England, £84.99. Yeah, the same price as basically, they're the limited edition controllers.
It's a lot of dollars.
So, yeah, $90. Are you in? Maybe? No?
I'm not. No.
No.
I tell you,
If I needed a controller, I might be, but I don't need one. So
I sprung for this Razer controller, and it's so much better that I don't think I'll go back to an Xbox One. It has the Hall effect sticks, so they're like magnetic, and so they're less. They don't do drift like the regular ones do.
Right.
So it's just it takes a little while to get used to the form factor because it's not exactly the same form factor as the Xbox controller, but it's pretty great. Not a sponsor, by the way. Razer, not a sponsor. Yeah,
I play a lot with the Elite controller.
I do too.
This one has the buttons on the back
I do have
too.
a little bit of
I just haven't learned how to use them.
the back buttons.
Yeah.
I use 2 of 3 of the back buttons.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, in fact, I think the new ones don't come with the third back. So they used to have 3 buttons on the back of the controller. Now I'm pretty sure they only have 2.
This one has 4.
Well, they have the 4 paddles on the back.
Yeah. So they used to have 6. The original Elite had 6
I didn't
paddles
know
on the
that.
back. It was a lot.
I didn't know that. That is a lot.
That's
Holy
like-
moly.
I used only 2 or 4.
It's too many fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last special edition controller I bought was the Witcher one, and that I bought that because it's the Witcher. So.
You're a Witcher, Harry.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, they're not getting any money from us on the Gears of E-Day
Sadly, no.
controller. But that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
We will. Let's move forward, Kim. Let's talk some new releases. Chris, No music, please. We've been instructed by the audience. No music, please. Just Kim's dulcet tones giving us all the new releases.
All
That's
right.
kind of a scary thought. Anyway.
Well, here, I'll lead you in, Kim. Bum, bum,
All right.
blah. Go.
All right, your new releases for this week are Twirl for the PC on August 10th, and apparently that's an acronym that stands for something, but I can't tell you what it is because it's all, it's all like spelled out. But we'll find out on August 10th. Yeah, I bet. Probably not. Agent 64, Spies Never Die. Now, isn't Agent 64, isn't that the code name for the one on Hitman, or am I nuts?
47.
Is that not his? 47. All right, I knew it was one or the other. That's right. Right. Anyway, not the guy from Hitman, but anyway, Agent 64, Spies Never Die, out on PC on the 11th. Echoes of Mistralia, Early Access for the PC on August 11th as well. Ledger Bound for the PC on August 11th. I'm assuming that's probably a game about bookkeeping or something. I guess we'll find out on the 11th. Ledger Bound, right? They're wrong. Sentai, I think is what that is. I don't know. But it's out for the PC on August 11th. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remastered for the Switch 2 on August 11th. Clover Pit for the PlayStation 5, the Switch 2, and PS4 on August 13th. Creepshow for the PC on the 13th as well. Defender of the Crown, The Legend Returns for the PS5 and PC. There's not much on the Xbox this week, is there? Anyway, Defender of the Crown, The Legend Returns for PS5 and PC on the 13th. Dusk Fade for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC on the 13th as well. Hell Let Loose Vietnam for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 13th as well. Here's a big one, not for me, but for other people maybe. Madden NFL 27 for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S on the 13th. If that comes out on Game Pass, that's where Tony will be. I can almost guarantee it. Wild Blue Skies for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 13th as well. And those are new releases. So there you go.
Okay.
Nothing there jumped out at me really.
Ledger Bound could be about tax evasion, Kim.
It might be. When it comes out on the 11th, I'll have to find out and see what it's about, and report back.
Hell Let Loose Vietnam. If it does not have some really kick-ass music, Rolling Stones,
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yes. If it doesn't have that in there, it's a fail. It's a fail.
There you go.
Painted Black has to be in that. If it's not, they've failed miserably. Madden, I stopped caring about Madden once they made it difficult to play. I don't like playing competitively. So I just, I play my campaign, whatever. And it's gotten so realistic now that I feel like I need to be an actual NFL athlete to understand how to do my reads.
Right.
So I can't throw the ball to save my life. I run a few plays. I get bored. I stop.
I had the last time I played one of those games, I played NCAA. I think it was either 25 or 26. I think it was 25. It was like the first one back after a long break, right? And I had a similar experience. I put it on like the second to lowest difficulty. I was like, I haven't played this in a while. Let's put the difficulty down. And I was blowing away the CPU, 50-0 every game. So I was like, all right, let's bump it up. Could not gain a yard, right? I was just like, what in the world? So I did one season. I was like, all right, that was fun. Got Army to win the national championship, and then I kind of put it away. Thankfully, it was on Game Pass.
I do think these games exist for fans of their teams to experience their team going to a championship. That'll never happen. So, Kim, you're fine.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I'm good.
But, for Chris and I, we have a much longer road ahead of us. Has Army ever actually been in contention for the national championship?
Not since the 50s. They do have 5 national championships, but they're all way back in the early days of college football. Once college football became a semi-pro league, about probably in the 70s, not really. They don't really have a chance anymore. They won back-to-back championships, I think, 45 and 46. And then again in 1958, and then I think there's a 1918. Sorry, four championships, but all dating way back.
So this just sparked a weird thought in my head. I'm just going to roll with it. when they won their national championships back in the 40s, was that because everybody was over fighting a war?
It's actually the opposite, right? So in the 40s and 50s, everybody was joining up, right? And so
Right.
so a couple things happened there. One, that was back when the football championship was, or the football team was literally just, you went to the students and said, hey, we want to form a football team, come try out. And so who has the highest density of athletes in their population when you're not recruiting athletes? Probably the military academies, right?
Yeah,
so they
fair.
they had high densities of athletes there. And then when you look at the 40s, when the lines for the recruiting stations were around the block, you had a lot of people applying to the military academies, and so you could be really selective. And so they got some really, they weren't selecting for football players, but the type of things that we select for make for excellent Division I athletes, right?
Right.
And so that's what was going on there. Yeah.
Okay. I
So
mean, I
it's-
wasn't entirely wrong. I just had it spun the wrong way.
You had the inverse.
because of the war.
Yeah.
They were getting all the good athletes.
So yeah, it looks like so Army has 3 AP trophies: 1944, 1945, and 1958. And then they have sort of prior to the AP being a thing, they have a claim to the 1918 college football championship. Yeah, there we go. I had to look that up on the old Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The more you know.
My Chargers, they have the AFL championship where they beat the Boston Patriots, I believe it was at the time.
Man, that's jumping in the Wayback Machine.
Yes, yes. Then in '84, we went to the Super Bowl against the Niners, and unfortunately, it was the Steve Young, Jerry Rice show.
Yeah,
that was painful to watch.
So my Buccaneers had the 2002 championship when they just kind of had a juggernaut of a defense. And then they won the championship in 2020. First year that Tom Brady was the quarterback down in Tampa. They won the Super Bowl during the COVID year. So yeah.
Didn't they also go? They won with, was it? It wasn't Trent Dilfer. Who was their quarterback? But Gruden was the.
No, that was
coach.
2002. Brad Johnson was the quarterback.
There you go.
And he had been all over the NFL, just kind of, never been a real star. And he was the quarterback that they needed, right? He was the guy that was not going to make a lot of mistakes. He was going to, and the defense was going to win the game for him. And that's kind of how it worked out. So, yeah.
That was exactly how that Super Bowl played out.
Yeah.
Anybody ever go back and watch that? It was.
I watched it, and I've watched it a few times. Yeah. 3 touchdowns by the defense.
I giggle when I watch it.
Yeah. If I remember right, I think the Bucks defense scored 3 touchdowns that game.
That's about right. All right. Kim,
Yes.
when we are just hanging out in the middle of the week, say it's, I don't know, call it 3 p.m. your time, maybe 2
Right.
p.m., 2, 3-ish, Tuesdays, Thursdays. What are you doing, Kim?
We're having a play date, I assume. I don't know what we're doing. We may be playing some Arc Raiders. There might be some Halo in there. Who knows? We may be playing Forza. It's whatever. We're up, whatever
It
we're
could
up
be a
for.
grab bag.
So,
It really can be.
it really could be. When Gears comes out, we'll maybe doing that. So,
We'll be doing a lot of that, for the record.
yeah. All right. Well, there you
Absolutely.
go. You heard it here first. folks.
Boomer's already trying to recruit me to play Gears.
I
beta.
know.
I know. I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw the hard.
We were talking about you last night. And he's like, he's what? I'm like, yeah, he doesn't want to do it. So I already threw you under the bus.
Not
So-
because I'm not excited for it.
I know.
I don't want to spoil it.
Right.
I was very good, by the way. At Christmas time, I would not go search. I spoiled one birthday gift one time. I went snooping in and I felt so bad, and it was such an underwhelming. Like when I opened up my gift,
Right.
I never ever did it again after that. It was like that was the lesson I needed.
Right.
So yeah.
There you
No
go. I
snooping.
get that. There. I applaud you for that. I snooped. We snooped once when we were kids. Never did it again. So I guess I had the same feeling. So Anyway,
Matthew,
no, I don't care.
Or are you still a snooper?
No. Now I'm just excited if somebody gets me something. So 'cause I don't expect them to. So
I also am just excited if somebody gets me something, and I don't expect them to. So I do not go snooping into presents.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Do you get excited though if it's socks?
Believe it or not, I do.
Yes.
Because
I do.
one of the things that I do like to wear are fun socks, right?
Yes.
And so if I get some fun socks that I feel like fit my personality, like I think it was last Christmas, my mother-in-law gave me a pair of socks that just have a bunch of random equations on them, and I was like, I love these socks. These look like physics teacher socks. So yeah.
So okay, that just brought it back a random memory. We'll wrap the show up in a second here, but I used to have a pair of slippers. They were Homer Simpson slippers, and you shoved your feet through his mouth.
Right.
I loved those slippers. Sadly, they died, and I wore them to death. They were my go-to for my sister used to do like the funny slipper parties, and so we'd all have to wear slippers to her party, and I'd come and walk through with Homer.
Were they ever?
There you go.
Were they ever alive? Is the question. You said they died.
Fair.
I'm a little nervous about the fact that they
It's
were able to die.
sentient slippers.
In fairness, every time I would slip my foot into Homer's mouth, I just heard nom 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 nom. So it felt like they were alive.
Apparently, Homer had a foot fetish. I don't know.
Who knew?
I could see that. Just saying. Donuts. All right. We are at that point in the show. We're going to start wrapping it up. Thank you, everybody, for being here, listening. We do appreciate you. If you ever wanted to submit a question, you can try and do it the old-fashioned way, submitting it to ocpodcast@gmail.com. However, there's this new fancy thing called Discord. It is the future, so I've been told. We have an area within the Discord, specifically questions for the podcast. I expect Boomer to put in a question next week. I'm putting pressure on him now.
Okay. All right.
And it cannot be related to why does Greg not want to play Gears of War E-Day? He now knows the answer. You could try and tweet us. I would say just tweet us personally. That's a better way to get a response out of us.
Right.
But we do put forward the podcast every week on our Podbean account, and we will reblast it through our social media channels.
Yep.
Join the future. Discord. It's a thing. Mark has told me numerous times. It is the future.
And he's still not on there. Anyway.
Well, we love Mark. We miss Mark. We also blame Mark. All right. Let's start with Kim.
All right.
Shout out Kim.
I'm gonna shout out our shatters this week, because if I don't do it now, I'll forget about it and then I'll feel bad. We had Boomer, we had Batch, and we had Lord on there this week. So thank you guys for dropping in and playing the quiz and whatnot. Other than that, shout out to you guys. It's always fun to come on here, whether I'm drinking or not drinking. So thanks for that. And hopefully we all have a good week this week. Hopefully I figure out what the hell is plaguing my soundbar or my router, or vice versa. Or maybe I just have to scrap both of them and start over. I don't know. We'll see. Guarantee one way or the other there'll probably be a tweet or something about it. I might be complaining. Who knows? It may be interesting. It could be hilarious. So keep an eye out. Other than that, I guess that's it for me. So I'll pass you over to Chris.
I am going to shout out everyone who has joined us in the chat today. And I'm going to give an honorable mention to Boomer for participating in the quiz. Well done. Always good to have someone from the chat participating in the quiz. Also Rans are Batch and Lord, or is it Lord? Yep. I always get it backwards. Lord.
I think it's Lorda. Yeah, there's an extra D there.
There's an extra D. Might want to see a doctor about that. I'm going to shout out the police and burritos because VIP burritos are even more delicious than regular burritos. I'm going to shout out Mark because someone else needs to come run the stream because I keep screwing it up. And I'm going to shout out.
Yeah, you're fine.
And I'm going to, well, thank you. I'm going to shout out the two of you, and I'm going to get off the stage. Greg, it's your turn.
Well, first of all, shout out to Kim for self-preservation of not having to do OBS with the. No, you're fine. Please don't feel like you're doing a bad job. It's all good, Chris. You're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Leave me out of
But
it.
no, you are doing a great job, Chris. Shout out to the chat. Of course, we love all of our community.
Yep.
There was something on the tip of my mind. Oh yeah, Mark, we love you.
We do.
It's true. It really is true. Yeah, I wish I had a burrito and police experience.
Or burrito with
think
police experience.
That's
Yeah,
your,
the sad part is if I did have a burrito and police experience, it probably is not ending nearly as happy as Chris's did.
if the real so here's the thing, if the real estate thing doesn't work out, right, you just take whatever your real estate vehicle is, paint it up with like an LAPD kind of generic police paint job, some you need red, white, and green lights on it, right, like the Mexican flag.
Okay.
And then
right.
it plays whatever music you think is appropriate for a burrito truck.
Mexican hat dance.
And it's the Polizia
offending so many
Burritos or
people.
something like that, or Burritos Polizia, or even the Federales if they're really important burritos.
We've killed Kim, apparently. I was just thinking, well, one, as you start describing the paint job, I'm like, this feels highly illegal. It feels like I'm going to get in a lot of trouble with the law. But then you clarified, it is true. It is illegal for you to put blue and red. I think it's blue, red, and white. I don't know about the white part, but the blue and red.
Forward-facing blue lights. In most states, forward-facing
Yes.
blue lights are the only ones that are illegal.
Yes.
God.
So yeah, there we go. But you said green. I was expecting blue. You went green, and then I tied it all in. I was like, that totally makes sense. I could work this
Because it's red, white, and green, right? It's your salsa, your sour cream, and your guac. That's your lights.
Yeah. And on that note, we are going to say goodbye, everybody. Thanks so much.
We're going to say
we'll talk to you
adios.
next weekend.
Oh, wait, I have to do a thing.
You do have to do a thing.
Sort of.
Thank you for listening.